Welcome to the most must-see YouTube channel. Welcome to
Heels and Faces.
Heels and Faces. I didn't say Heels and Faces with you. Oh my God.
Imagine.
No.
The treachery.
Rewind. Welcome to the most must-see YouTube channel. Welcome to Heels and Faces. Heels and Faces. I'm Falsetto.
Sub-Zero.
And today we're going to be talking about the much anticipated 2020 WWE draft.
For that intro, you should be drafted to a different channel. But it's
What, the first intro or the second intro?
the second.
Oh,
Brilliant.
okay.
We brought you back like
Yeah. Oh man, I'm so excited for this draft. It's always a great time because it's like, okay, there's hope.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a fresh start, but it's also the hope that kills you. So
Also that, but I mean, I think the hope that we really like is that this could make or break a superstar. So it's also, hope they could kill you, man.
So the draft will be starting this coming Friday on Friday Night SmackDown. Are you ready for a good time? Ting, 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 ting. And which shows by it slaps. So this also, I think it's a big statement because it shows that SmackDown, since moving over to Fox Network, are the A show now. Because imagine, when has this draft ever started on SmackDown?
Exactly, because it's always Raw, flagship show. They always get the first draft picks. Like, this is...
And they always get like 3, and then SmackDown gets 2.
Exactly, and the excuse is that because we're a 3-hour show.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is... But I like the fact that they're still going through with the draft, irregardless of, current situation. And all that stuff.
So I'm quite excited to see the draft happening and WWE's Thunderdome.
But I think with the draft, one thing I hated, particularly in the most recent one, is that they had the war room.
Okay.
And not the two separate GMs going head to head.
We've had some classic GMs going at it. I mean, 2002, Vince McMahon going at it with Ric Flair. 2004, I think it was Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff. Stephanie and Shane McMahon in 2016. Yeah, you do need that sort of like...
Exactly.
When someone picks someone and then they're like, oh no, you took my player. No, how could you take Falsetto?
Exactly,
No!
Tearing up notes, all that stuff. It's always a vibe because we really get more invested into it when we see those two.
Speaking of the GMs though, there was a very interesting draft pick that we want to talk about. That was Paul Heyman back in the day.
Ooh, yes. Paul Heyman 03 with Eric Bischoff. So basically, in this one, everyone was eligible. Everyone. Vince McMahon said everyone. It doesn't matter who it is, commentators, interview staff, the wrestlers themselves. And it came down to one last draft pick by Raw. And they did the lottery. Eric Bischoff takes out one. He's like, wow, I didn't know Vince meant everyone. And the last draft pick, drum roll, Paul Heyman himself.
Paul E. Heyman, the walrus.
The walrus.
My name is Paul Heyman. Oh man, that was a very memorable moment, and I'm sure we're gonna get very more memorable moments. But what we decided to do on this episode is basically just think, who do we think is gonna be drafted this time round?
Which, I feel like the first person, or like the one person I truly believe needs to shift, and that is Seth Rollins.
The Messiah.
The Messiah. Ever since, I mean, we in the Shield also, was it? But no, Seth is as a single
star. He's always been
on Raw. Monday Night Rollins, etc., and Monday Night Messiah as well. I think it's about time that he shifts.
Friday Night Messiah. Okay.
I mean, he could make it work.
Yeah,
I think he could.
It's about time. He's never been on SmackDown, and I think for his character, we just need him to move away from Dominic and Rey Mysterio now, because it's been a great feud, but it's going a little bit too long. Because it started like all the way back in May, we're in October, we're still fighting, and we've already poked people's eyes out. We've hit people with kendo sticks. The whole Mysterio family, the mom, the dad, the sister, the brother, the grandmother, the dog, all of them on Monday Night Raw right now.
Like
too much.
Exactly. Rather just clean slate, ship one of them to SmackDown.
The only thing that I'm thinking with Seth Rollins moving to SmackDown is that they might not want Seth and Roman to be in the same show. But I think you could make it work. So we'll have to see how that goes. But another person who I think will definitely be getting drafted is Braun. Braun, I'm hungry.
I was actually about to say the meat train.
The meat train. So WWE has already shown their hand a little bit because over the past couple of weeks, Braun is a SmackDown superstar, but he's been featured on Monday Night Raw, on Raw Underground, and then this past week he had a clash with Keith Lee, which was colossal. So I think we're building over to a feud over there. But I am hacked at the fact that we're already disrespecting the rules of the draft.
True.
SmackDown superstars at no point should be coming to Raw and vice versa. And then this week they gave us like a lame excuse like, oh, okay, Braun, you want to fight? We'll give you an exhibition match. But then you don't count the win-loss record. And I'm just like, give him on SmackDown. Or what would have been better is that, okay, he lost the Universal title, let him breathe for a bit, and then he comes as a surprise in the draft.
Yeah, exactly. Because that would be huge. I mean, it's still huge. It's still literally huge for Raw. Yeah. But I also think that the surprise factor would have been great for us as the fans. Because, I mean, Braun Strowman, dude. Exactly. All of a sudden
and
now
a bald Braun.
And a bald Braun. All of a sudden there's a new contender for Drew McIntyre.
Ooh, Drew versus Braun. And they do have a history going back to 2018 when they were like sort of friends as heels. And now with this dominant Drew, I think against Braun, it'll be quite lit and interesting. Yeah. But who else do you think should be getting drafted?
You know, now that, Andrade has been through a lot. Andrade has been through a lot. After losing Zelina and his tag partner also, I think it's probably
a fresh start is needed.
A fresh start is needed for Andrade. Andrade has so much potential. So much potential.
He's a future world champion for me. I really believe that.
And I think that taking him to SmackDown could actually be really interesting. Put him in the mid card somewhere
for now, and then eventually, because I definitely see him as a WWE or Universal Champion at some stage. Also, reunite him with Zelina, please, because let's be honest, Almas is not great with the mic skills and all of that. So let him do stuff in the ring. Zelina will do all her stuff on the mic and also outside of the ring, because I love it when she interferes for him. So I'd love to see him coming over to SmackDown. And he thrived when he was in SmackDown the last time. I even feel that he should have been like Mr. Money in the Bank last year, but that's a story for another day. But another superstar that we're going to be looking at now is someone that's not on Raw or SmackDown. We're talking about the Nightmare, Rhea Ripley. I'll tell you why we feel that Rhea Ripley is going to be a huge draft pick. And this is because we just had an NXT TakeOver 31 take place this past weekend. And we had the whole Facebook conference where Triple H speaks for hours and hours, but whatever. He was asked that in the next 3 or 4 years, who do you think would be the next big thing in the women's division? And he said, without a shadow of a doubt, it is Rhea Ripley.
Double R herself.
Hey, and she's got the credentials. I mean, she was the first NXT UK Women's Champion. She defeated the dominant Shayna Baszler to become NXT Women's Champion. She first woman to defend the NXT Women's title at WrestleMania. So the sky is the limit for Rhea Ripley. And I feel like now with the NXT Women's division so packed, I mean, Io Shirai is being attacked by the likes of Toni Storm. Ember Moon has just made a huge return. So it's hella lit right now. So Rhea Ripley has to shift.
And I would love a shift for Rhea Ripley as well, because now the Raw Women's division is looking kind of dry.
It's very weak. Yeah.
So
double R to go to the R.
Hey, I mean, I'd love that because Asuka also needs someone.
She needs a challenger. Yeah. So a heel Rhea Ripley against Asuka. Ooh. Think about that.
Can you see it?
Can you see it? If you see it, please tell us about it in the comments. Definitely want to hear what you think. And lastly, we're going to wrap it up with the last person who we think definitely needs a change. And he is already changing now, so to speak, and that is Kevin Owens. Okay. That does not sound like his theme song, but okay.
You know. If you know, you know.
I don't know. But KO, another break of the rules. KO is on Raw. He went over to SmackDown to host the KO show. For what reason? I have no idea. But it was very intriguing interviewing Alexa Bliss.
Of course. Oh my goodness, the goddess.
Yay!
First and foremost, the goddess. But I am loving the interaction he's having with Alexa as well as the Fiend.
Oh my God. Is that? You know who it is? It's Bray Wyatt.
Don't change, bro. Don't change. Damn, the mandible claw, the hurt glove was all the way down KO's throat, and everyone who interacts with the Fiend, they always change. And I feel like KO moving over to SmackDown officially and becoming a heel, a vicious heel again, could be very lit. I would love to see that.
Or are we gonna have a potential superhero move now? Also, in the sense that there's always someone trying to save someone.
Okay. So what do you think? KO is going to be saving Alexa?
Possibly.
I don't think he has enough motivation, and also KO is just a better heel. Let's be honest. I want to see him go back to being the guy who's just trash talking people.
Yeah, but I feel like with this particular story, also it's like the Joker Harley Quinn type of situation, Yeah. So now,
and Alexa's playing that Harley Quinn role so well right now. Her facial expressions, the tone of the way she speaks,
right?
Oh,
the head tilt.
Yo, when the Fiend came through and just like put his hand out, and then she was like, "Yes,
the
Prince of Darkness."
She let him in.
She let him in. Not like that, but yeah. On that note, we should probably pull a little bit back.
But that has been our predictions for the 2020 draft. Please do tell us, what do you think your predictions? Who's going in, who's coming out?
I wonder who's going to be the number one draft pick. That's going to be very interesting. Anyone but you, Roman? I think in this case, I actually want Roman to be the first one. The tribal chief. Put some respect on my chief's name. But I'm very eager to see the 2-night event starting off on SmackDown, then on Raw the next week. So do check it out. And also don't forget to, of course, like, share, and subscribe. We are Heels and Faces. Heels and Faces. Heels and Faces. Falsetto.
Sub-Zero.
We'll